Hi everyone. Today we are going to be stepping out of the box and into new boundaries with our breathing. So I hope you find it helpful, and I'll see you standing up. Okay, so today we're going to do some stepping out of the boundaries, stepping out of the box things with our movements and in our breathing. So first, let's just kind of get started and warm up a little bit. Put your feet hip width apart, and we're going to just breathe in and breathe out. Just kind of warm up the body, wiggle the toes, wiggle around your body, breathe in. Try to get the movement to be in sync with the breath, and breathe in. And breathe out. All right, so I want you to get in touch with just your center and the movement twisting a little bit right and left, so that when you do a little bit of a twist, it's nothing from just keeping your hips square and twisting from the upper body, but you really want to twist everything a little bit more and keeping the integrity in the legs so that you don't lose your balance. You could probably do this with a chair next to you in case you feel a little bit unstable. Otherwise, you should be able to do this. So we're going to take a breath in and just ever so slightly twist to the left. And if this is too much for you, you might just be maybe diagonal. And if that's too much, just come back down and bend your knees forward. But we breathing in, and then we twist to the left. And try to bring everything with you there. And breathe in, and twist to the right. A little bit out of the boundaries of what we're usually doing. Breathing in, keep those shoulders down. Try to keep those knees straight forward. Breathe in and over the feet, and twist to the right. Couple more, breathe in, twist to the left. Try to keep those arms nice and straight and graceful, and breathe out and twist to the right. One more time on either side. Breathe in, shoulders down, and out. Equal weight on both feet. Breathe in and breathe out. Terrific. Breathe in. Big beach ball overhead. Go to the left. Breathe in. And to the right. Breathe in. Left. Equal weight on both feet. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last one, we're just going to breathe all the way up and all the way down. Okay, so now, as we kind of twisting ourselves a little bit into warm-up mode, I want you to be mindful of the flexibility of the ribs. You have ribs all the way around. Last week we talked about opening up the rib cage on all four sides. You pull a little bit forward and you breathe in and breathe out. You pull a little bit to the left, breathing in and out. Pulling a little bit to the right on that whole left side body, and breathe out. And then you pull from opening up from the center out from the front body, and then exhale, pushing it out. Let's do that one more time. So breathing into the back body and exhaling. Left, pull left so that the right side is stretching, and then out. And then pull over to the right side so that the left body is stretching, left side body, and out. and then pull back so that the front is getting that stretch. So now that we have a little bit of movement all the way around. I don't know if you've ever had bronchitis or pneumonia in your lifetime or just a really bad chest cold, but as you build strength in your breathing, you also want to build pliability in the rib cage. Anything that you do athletic, you don't want to just do power, you don't want to just do agility, you want to do both, strength and agility. So I want you to kind of feel across from the sternum out from both sides. You can do either way or both sides. You can kind of check in, see what your rib cage is doing. Are your ribs tight? Can you feel the space between each rib, or can you even tell? For a while in my life, my ribs were so grown together I couldn't tell rib to rib. But all of these exercises have helped get that opened up. So the point of this conversation is that these front ribs can get very, very pliable. And so I want you to just take I have my right hand over onto the left side of the sternum, and I have my fingers kind of one on one rib and one in between the rib. And I want you to stretch forward, breathe in as you come out. And notice if there's any movement in here. And then breathe in. And if this is too much for you, you can be down here as well, just as long as your palm is up. And breathe in. Find some open integrity into that left side from sternum to shoulder. And last one. And exhale. Let's try that again on the opposite side. So now my left hand is over between the sternum and the shoulder, finding space between each rib, if I can. Sometimes you find a little soreness in there and some sore spots. A lot of times that's unfortunately normal, and you can kind of massage those and breathe right into where you feel that pain or that tenderness. So we're going to breathe in. And notice if you feel anything in that left hand, of any movement from that rib, those ribs. Exhale, bring the hand forward. Breathe in. And out. Palm up. You can be down here. For me, it's more helpful to be here. And down. Okay. Last bit before we sit down. Now I want you to take that hand, bring it out, and do a little bit of rotation, just enough that you can feel some movement, possibly in those front ribs. So you're going to sink your breath in with the movement. And what I mean by that is when you breathe in, your hand should be up and back. When you breathe out, down and forward. Breathe in, up and back. Breathe out, down and forward. And keep that going at the rate that you feel is helpful, that you actually feel some deep movement in there. If you feel nothing, don't worry. There's something that you're starting in there that you just can't feel yet, but any movement is going to help you. If you can't straighten your arms, you might just be here and just do a smaller movement. Just something that your body can tolerate that is a little bit out of the box of your movement zone. This pandemic sheltering in place our worlds have become smaller. Our schedules have become less. Now, for some of us who are working, that's wonderful, and I'm so happy that you still are working and earning a living, and for those that are helping in the hospitals, amen. But for those of us that are kind of stuck with this sitting at home doing nothing, not nothing, but sitting home and being kind of at a loss of expanding what we can do under the circumstances, this is a good way to at least start small. The Bible says, do not despise small beginnings, and this definitely is something that's significant in your breathing and in the opening up of the lungs and your health. So here we go. I'm doing circles with my right hand now, and as I go up and back, I'm breathing in. Down and forward is breathing out. You don't have to take my tempo. Whatever tempo you feel is getting at something in there. You might have to have wider circles. Maybe you're way up here and way back to get anything to move, if that's okay with your shoulder, and maybe that's way too much and you're just right here. You might just even open up from front to side, from front to side. But as you open up, that's when you want to inhale. And if you feel any tenderness, breathe right into the tenderness. Get out of the box of that normal breathing, where most of us, when we breathe normally, we're barely breathing. I mean, you don't need a lot of breath to carry on your day. But if you want to open yourself up and challenge your lungs, challenge that movement, these are good exercises for you to do. So one more breath up, shoulders down, and hopefully you feel a difference. One more time. And down. And we will finally come to a seat. I will meet you there. All right, so now we're going to do a little more of an aggressive breathing exercise. I listened to these podcasts by a retired NFL player by the name of Todd Durkin. And in one of his podcasts, he talks about how some of these football players train in their breathing. Yes, athletes do breathing exercises too that help them with their sport or skill. And I think this might be helpful. Obviously, we won't be doing it at the level of a National Football League player, but I find this helpful in jump-starting some energy in the body, and this will definitely be out of the box for you. So especially if you're not athletic. If you're athletic, this might be, okay, this is definitely doable. So I want you to breathe through your nose and out with an SH. Shh. And you're going to do that kind of aggressively. So breathe in, and when you do the SH, you're going to feel your stomach kind of pulling in, shh, and your chest popping up. Shh. And just try that a few times. So you breathe in, and then shh. Breathe into the lungs, and then shh. Kind of a sharp SH. And we're going to do that as a fast rate tempo, about 5 times. So I'm going to demonstrate it because it's going to look like this. Shh, 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 shh. And on that 5th SH, just let it kind of taper off and see if you can keep your chest up, raised in the integrity of which it started, and that belly pulls in further and further and further as you get farther into the SH. So here we go. Let's try this together. 1, 2, ready, go. Shh, 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 shh. Take a couple seconds here, and we'll do another one. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. And last one. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Shh, 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 shh. And relax. I hope you did well. I think that's a really great thing to do. And if that was kind of boring for you and you need more, work up to 10 or I would say 20 maximum. The NFL, those guys go up to 40 in a set. We do not have to do 40. 5 is good. 10 is better, 20 is excellent, but whatever you find helpful to you, that's what you should do. All right, so the next thing we were going to do that's a little bit out of the box is I want you to do short sniffs inward in the nose so that you continue that inhale each sniff. You kind of feel like you're pumping your lungs up little bit by little bit. So we can do that 3 times, and that's kind of going to be like a start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. So and then you blow out evenly. You're not going to be stopping on the exhale. So we're going to take that in like in beats of 3. So it's going to be Let's try one more set. Here we go. Ready, go. And that's terrific. Now we're going to step out a little further of the box, and we're going to do that in 5 shorter breaths and quicker. So we're going to keep that beat of 3. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or if you're a musician, it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3. So here we go. Keep the faith. Step out of the box. You can do this. Here we go. 1, 2, and go. Two tips for this. We're going to try it one more time. The first tip is make sure that when you exhale everything that you possibly can exhale. Get it all out. And when you inhale, you want to do all 5 breaths equally audible. So you don't want to be doing and then have them go faint on you. You want each one to be audible. So we're going to try it one more time. Here we go. Ready and go. All right, so for you risk takers out there that really want to step out of the box, we're going to do one more set, and we're going to do them in 16ths for you musicians. For those of you that don't know what that means, we're going to do 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 really short breaths. And then exhale smooth in those 3 beats and really push it all out. So here we go. 9. 1, ready, and go. And we're done with that. You might feel a little lightheaded, and if you do, it's all right. It means that you're challenging that you're breathing. You might want to get some water. You might want to just pause the video and just kind of get your breath back to normal a little bit. This is a really good way to give yourself energy and also to challenge your rib cage, challenge your lungs, challenge your counting, challenge the capacity. You're definitely stepping out of the box when you're doing that. So we're going to end today doing one more standing session, and I'll meet you in a standing position. All right, so here we go. We're going to sync our movement with our breath. We're going to start low, and we're going to end up a little more aggressive. We might even do a little bit of footwork with this. So if you're a little coordinated, great. If you're not, you might just do the hand signs, but just see what you think. So we're going to breathe in, palms up. Keeping it low. Making sure that's opening up in the chest. Now we're going to go straight out. Palms up, thumbs back. Maybe stretch a little further. And exhale. Now we're going to step to the right. As we go to the right, we're going to step to the right as we inhale. And exhale, come back to center. Stepping out of the box. 4 more. You can do it. You might even smile. Now we're going to take it up high. Here we go. Thumbs facing back. Shoulders down. Keep that stomach in. Keep supporting your legs. Now take it to the side. Palms up. 2 more. Now stop your footwork and just do the sides. Slow down the movement. Keeping it low now. Both hands out. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe in. Regulate your breath back to normal. And we are out of the box. I hope you had some fun today. I hope these are helpful to you. Give me a holler if you have any ideas that you'd like to work on. And we'll see you next time. Happy breathing.